All right, hang on. Last one. I'm always the closer. Always. Go. I believe that the way we look at candidates and employees is one-sided. We only consider what they can do. We equate who they are to the skills on their resume or the skills in their job description. We forget and completely overlook that how the work gets done is as important, and I would say in some cases more important, than what gets done. So we look at them as a skill set, and we forget that there's this other piece that goes into how they're going to work, and that is their personality, right? Those innate characteristics that they have, how they like to be communicated to, how they like to take in information. So I want to give you two personalities that I think show up in the workplace. I bet somebody will come to mind that you've worked with in the past. The first one is, by all intents and purposes, a high performer. He or she knows how to do their job. Nobody has to pick up their slack. They know what they're doing. They could even be a genius or a leader in their field, right? They are very good at what they do. However, their bedside manner needs a little bit of work, right? This is the absolute definition of a brilliant asshole. This is somebody who is never going to get fired because they're doing a great job, but nobody really wants to work with them, right? On the flip side, we have this lovable slacker, somebody who comes to work, exactly, see? They come to work and they don't really do a lot. You're really picking up their slack. If you're on a team with them, you know that you're doing more work than they are, but you love them because they're charismatic and they're energetic and there's just something very lovable. And even though you work your ass off because of them, you would be sad if they left, right? Do you have those people in mind? Are they in the room? Just play it cool. Play it cool. All right, so here's what I want to say. Personality has the power to uplift, to depress, to curse, and to bless. You can have the most skilled team ever, and if the personality's conflict, it's going to derail. So I believe that what we need to do better in our workplaces is raise awareness into the actual individual's personality. We need to focus less on skill set, less on performance, and more on who they are and how can we work within that, okay? Now, the way that we're gonna do this is we can do it very informally. We can just ask some questions, right? We can just ask individuals, what are their hobbies? What do they like to do? This is absolutely my answer. So we can just ask getting to know you type questions. What motivates you? What demotivates you? How do you like to be communicated to? We can hang out with them, right? We can spend time. I don't think we know what's normal anymore, right? In a Kardashian-led society, we don't know what is normal anymore. And so nobody really is, but we need to spend that time to get to know them so that we can figure them out better. You can also do scientific research where you show them pictures and ask them which they fall into. I am careless, and my 8-year-old son is a bachelor, by the way. So we can do this very informally, or we can do it formally, right? There are tons of tools at our disposal. We can use Myers-Briggs, we can use DISC, we can use tons of different things to actually do more in-depth study into the personalities of the people in our workplace. We can even do this pre-hire. Stephanie alluded to this in her talk, but Hogan and Thomas, many of those assessment houses have personality assessments that are designated for pre-hire, so you can find out what type of person is going to be coming into your workplace, right? And say no to those brilliant assholes. Here's what happens when you do that. When you focus more on who the person is, you may find that you have worked with somebody for 5 years, 10 years, and you really didn't know them that well. You didn't understand their personality the way that you thought that you did. And you will find things out about them that you never knew. You'll be able to look at them with fresh eyes and see how they like to work, not just what they can do, but how they really like to do it. And when we do this in the workplace, we are all able to better communicate with one another. We are able to tailor our communication. If any of you are too young to know what this is, we can't be friends. We are able to tailor our communication to the way that the person likes to be talked to. As Jim said earlier, your communication is only as good as what they hear, right? We can also better pick our cross-functional teams. So rather than just focusing on skill set, we can look at what personalities are going to work well together. Because again, you can have the most functioning team ever. If the personalities conflict, it's going to derail. As leaders, we have to learn to adapt. We can't expect everybody to adapt to us. So understanding personality and how somebody likes to work allows us to adapt our style to theirs. And when we do that and we do it well, then we are able to completely focus on the big picture. We are able to see the person as an entire human being, not just a skill set, but their personality and who they are as an individual, and our workplaces are better for it. Thank you.